Hello, third graders. Welcome back to Mexico. Today we are going to talk about the landmarks and the culture of Mexico. Grab your reading packet and a pencil or a highlighter and make sure you have it opened to the Mexico section and you're looking at the heading Landmarks and Culture. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Here are the true-false questions you're going to answer after our lesson today. First one is, the Copper Canyon in Mexico is much smaller than the Grand Canyon. The second true-false question, tourists can see gray whales in Baja California. And the third, in November, tourists can see millions of monarch butterflies that have migrated from the United States. So we're going to be listening about Copper Canyon, about gray whales, and about monarch butterflies. Mexico is home to many ancient pyramids, including the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon near Mexico City. The Pyramid of the Magician stands near the entrance of the city of Uxmal, an ancient Mayan site. The most famous pyramid is the Temple of Kukulkan in Chichén Itzá. The pyramid is 70 feet tall, with stairs on all four sides. The ancient Mayans designed the pyramid so that twice a year, shadows caused by the setting sun would look like a large snake moving down the steps. Artwork showing Kukulkan, an ancient Mayan god, is found at the top of the pyramid. And here are some pictures of the different pyramids that you can visit in Mexico. In addition to the ancient ruins, which are the pyramids, Mexico has many other popular tourist sites. Over 6 million people visit Mexico every year, most of them from the U.S. and Canada. Tourists enjoy the fine weather, the beautiful beaches, and the interesting wildlife. The largest city in the country is Mexico City. If you count all the people who live inside the city limits and all the people who live in towns that have grown up around the city, you would find almost 15 million citizens. Mexico City stands on the very place that the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan stood. Mexico's national government and best museums are found here. And there is a picture of Mexico City. In Mexico, tourists can witness one of the most spectacular migrations in the world. From November to April, millions of monarch butterflies fly nearly 2,000 miles from Canada and the United States to enjoy the mild climate of the mountains of the state of Michoacán. There's an answer to your true-false question. These butterflies gather in clusters of thousands throughout the trees and forest floor. And here's a picture of some of the monarch butterflies. 4 Grand Canyons could fit inside Copper Canyon. There's an answer. A spectacular canyon with forests and streams in the Sierra Madre mountain range. So 4 of our Grand Canyons can fit inside Copper Canyon, which means Copper Canyon is larger. The canyon is home to deer, bears, and mountain lions. Tourists can check it out all aboard a railroad that took 90 years to build. In certain spots, the 400-mile-long railroad track travels through the mountains at 8,000 feet high. The railroad track crosses 39 major bridges and goes through 89 tunnels. And there is a picture of Copper Canyon and the train that you can take through it. Tourists visit Baja California to fish and to enjoy the beautiful beaches. On the West Coast, lucky tourists may spot gray whales that have traveled 6,000 miles from the Arctic Circle to give birth to their young in the warmer waters. The whales stay in the lagoon from early January to early March. And there's an answer to your other true-false question. All right, let's talk about the culture of Mexico. Here are the questions you will answer after, true or false. Football is the most popular sport in Mexico. Mariachi music began in Mexico, but is now popular in many other countries. Cinco de Mayo celebrates the day that the Mexican people defeated the French army in 1862. Mexicans eat a big breakfast when they wake up in the morning. Let's see what's true and false. Football or soccer is the most popular sport in Mexico. There you go. Boys learn to play when they are very young. Everyone loves to watch the professional games. When an important game is being played, stores, streets, and even beaches will be empty, as practically everyone in the country will be glued to their TV sets. La Selección, Mexico's national team, is the team that draws the biggest crowds. There's answers to one of your questions. Another important sport in Mexico is the charreta, or Mexican rodeo. The participants in the charreta wear traditional charro clothing. An opening ceremony features organizations and participants parading into the arena on horseback, usually accompanied by a mariachi band. A charreta consists of 9 events for men and 1 for women. The most exciting event in a charreta is El Paso de la Muerte, the Pass of Death. It involves a charro moving from his own horse onto the bareback of a galloping wild mare and then riding the buck mare before dismounting. To earn maximum points, the charro in this event must land on his feet. And here is a picture of some of the charros riding their horses and trying to get this horse that has no saddle and is wild and bucking all over. The women's event is called Escamorza. The women wear colorful, many-layered dresses called altalitas, and they perform intricate patterns while riding saddle side. And here over here is a picture of what one of these women might be wearing in their event. Music is an important part of Mexican life. Mariachi music began in Mexico, but is now popular in many other countries. Here's answers to true-false questions. Mariachi bands usually have between 3 or 12 musicians, playing guitars, violins, and trumpets. And here's a picture of a mariachi band. Mariachis are known for their fancy costumes, which consist of boots, pants, and jackets lined with metal buttons and wide-brimmed hats. The most well-known mariachi group in Mexico is the Mariachi Vargas de Tectolana, founded in 1898. Although the members have changed through the years, you can still see this group perform today. No fiesta would be complete without a piñata. Traditional piñatas are made from paper mache, which is layers of tissue paper or pottery jars. They are decorated and filled with many small toys and food, such as peanuts and candy. To play the piñata game, blindfolded children take turns trying to break the piñata with a decorated stick. The game ends when the piñata is broken and all the children scramble for the gifts that have fallen on the floor. And here is a picture of many decorative piñatas. You might have played this at a birthday party also. Mexico's most famous celebration is the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, held on November 1st. The holiday honors dead ancestors. Skeletons or calculas are important Day of the Dead decorations. These skeletons are usually cheerful, and they can look like farmers, barbers, secretaries, firefighters, and almost any other job that you can imagine. The day's food and treats also look like skeletons. Some people eat pan de muerta, or bread of the dead, in honor of the holiday. Pan de Muerta is decorated with strips of dough resembling bones. People also eat skulls and skeletons made of sugar or candy. During the day's festivities, people wear costumes and celebrate together with friends and family. Families gather at graves of their close relatives. There, they decorate the graves with flowers, have a picnic, and tell stories about their dead relatives. And here is a picture of some of the decorations that you might see on Dia de los Muertos, as also is here some of the candy that they might eat. Cinco de Mayo means 5th of May in Spanish. On May 5th, 1862, the French army invaded Mexico. The French were sent to collect money that Mexico owed to their country. The French attacked the city of Puebla. The Mexican army was ready, and they defeated the French. A year later, the French returned. They took over Mexico City. Even though this happened, the people of Puebla were proud that the French were defeated first in their city. Each year, this pride is celebrated on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo is celebrated in the United States and other countries too. It is a celebration of the Mexican culture. So it really is like an Independence Day for Mexico. A skydiving event is held in Vancouver, Canada on Cinco de Mayo. In the Caribbean, there is a Cinco de Mayo air guitar contest. Food, music, and dancing are usually part of a Cinco de Mayo celebration, no matter where it is celebrated. And that is an answer to one of your true-false questions. Let's talk about food. The food most Mexicans enjoy is centered on 3 main ingredients: tortillas, beans, and chili peppers. These are combined with spices, vegetables, and meats or fish. Much of Mexican food is very flavorful and spicy. Mexicans eat a lot of rice and beans. Almost everything is served with tortillas. To make tacos, tortillas are folded around ingredients such as meat, cheese, and beans. To make enchiladas, tortillas are rolled around a filling and covered with sauce. Cheese is a popular filling for many foods. Tamales are cornmeal dough stuffed with meat, cheese, fruit, or other filling. They are wrapped in a corn husk and steamed. Other common foods include tortas, which are hollow rolls stuffed with meat, cheese, or beans, and quesadillas, tortillas that are baked or fried with cheese. People often make homemade fruit drinks, but soft drinks are found everywhere. In fact, Mexico drinks more Coca-Cola per person than any other country. From pilatas, which are ice cream bars, to nivas, which is shaved ice, to helado, which is ice cream, cold desserts are a favorite in Mexico. Mexican ice cream comes in typical flavors like strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. Some ice cream has unusual flavors like corn, avocado, tamarind, and even mango with chili. Mexican people begin their day with breakfast, desayuno, frequently with chocolate or café con leche, which means coffee with milk. A second, bigger breakfast, almuerzo, is eaten later in the morning, so that's 2 meals. It might include fruit and fruit juices, beans, and tortillas. The main meal of the day, the comida, takes place anytime between 2 and 5:30. That's their third meal. There is a light meal at night, the merienda, which is eaten by children in early evening and by adults as late as 9 p.m. So 4 meals is what they eat. That's an answer to a true-false question. All right, next time I see you, we're going to talk about the government and money of Mexico.